check, 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need, get over the fear, and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello, everybody. Michael Quarles with the Michael Quarles Show. And it is absolutely good to be back. As some of you may know, I've been on vacation or was on vacation over at the coast in California. And for 2 weeks, oh my goodness, it seemed like a long time. I was so happy to get back in my bed at home, see my Chihuahua and my wiener dog and my mom and my uncle. Vacations are good and fun and all that, but man, it is good to be home. I have today 5 questions sent in. And I tell you what, I've got a lot of podcasts to do. It's craziness. But I have 5 questions sent in on today's podcast from real estate investors, and I'm going to try my best to answer them. Question number 1. Do you think it's too late to send letters to an executor once a deed of distribution has been posted by the county? I don't ever think it's too late. Now, maybe too early. What I mean by that is I don't like marketing to properties that have changed hands within the last 4 years. But in a situation where you have a probate situation where someone has grabbed a piece of property that they wasn't theirs yesterday kind of thing, then as long as that property has an equity position, which I'm assuming it does, then I'm going to start marketing to it. Makes sense to me. So too early, too late. That's where, we're in the game of finding properties that are available to us to purchase and letting those folks that control the property know about us and our solutions for them. So now, fall forward, soldier. Question number 2. Is a land contract the same as a lease option? Boy, they're similar but different. So a lease option basically is you have an option to purchase something and you have the right to occupy. Where a land contract, you've already agreed to something, so you're already purchasing it. Now, the title doesn't transfer until what you agreed to do or your performance has taken place. So that's why they call land contracts performance deeds, contract for deeds, those kinds of things. The whole concept of it is you're going to own it. You own it. You have the rights to it. And I guess in a lease option, you have the right to buy it, but you don't have to exercise that right to buy it. Where in a land contract, you've kind of exercised that right to buy. And then the question went on, is this what it means when you buy on terms instead of cash? When I talk buying on terms, I'm talking about establishing seller financing. As an example of that, coaching student, just brand new into the coaching program, first 4 days of marketing. Now get this, first 4 days of marketing, he uses our call center, so we answered his phone and made the appointments and all that for him. But first 4 days in marketing, he sent out, by the way, 2,100 pieces, didn't spend a lot of money. He landed a deal in Las Vegas. The property's worth $98,000. He's buying it for $55,000, seller financing. There's a small balloon in 20 months, but 0 interest, and he put down a little itty-bitty amount of money. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about terms. Or if you're buying something subject to the existing loan, so I go out and buy a house, they owe Bank of America or another bank or someone else, $100,000, the house is worth $160,000, I'm buying it, I'm just taking over the existing mortgage, and I'm going to start making the payment that they are responsible to make. Now, the loan doesn't transfer into my name, however, I become responsible and start making that mortgage payment. And in some cases, I may give the seller some money, so there could be a sub-2 with a seller carryback as well. And then in some cases, although I don't like it very much, we could do a seller wrap, which is wrapping that original mortgage. But we talk about and learn all this stuff in our coaching program, and we go into it pretty in-depth for you. Maybe take a look at that.
Thanks for listening. We'll be right back. Are you running out of leads? It's time you tried Yellow Letters at yellowletters.com. Get motivated seller leads through yellow letters, postcards, zip letters, typed professional letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
Question number 3, for sweat marketing, how many offers should I aspire to per week? As many as you can. Now, sweat marketing is a lot different than paid marketing. Paid marketing is when you write a check, have someone on your behalf send out marketing for you. Put a billboard up, run TV, radio, whatever it is. Sweat marketing is when you're out there meeting and greeting, cold calling, those kinds of things. Using your person to find opportunity. Going to FSBOs, actively searching for rents, going down to the courthouse and looking for unlawful detainers, those kinds of things. You're doing something with your body to find the opportunity. And you want to do as many of those as you can. Let's face it, it's harder to find them. But boy, the reward is sure great. I can remember the year I cold called. That was a fun year, really rewarding. It wasn't fun cold calling, but it was fun that year because I had aspired to do something. I challenged myself to do it. I did it, and I reaped the rewards for doing it. So I like sweat marketing. I also like paid marketing. Question number 4. I would like to buy this property for my 2 adult sons who are not credit worthy. The seller is another investor who wants out, and he says that the property is move-in ready. However, he won't accept financing and doesn't think I can get a hard money loan. The price is right for the area, and I know I can afford a mortgage on it. Any ideas? Now, boy, I'm going to back you up. If your adult sons are not credit worthy, stop taking care of them. Challenge them to start taking care of themselves. Okay? Maybe that has been the problem, is they've had the safety net of you their entire life, so they never had to be responsible because mom or dad, I don't know who it is on this one, but mom or dad's going to bail them out. Stop bailing them out. Stop. It's not your job. After they're an adult, your job is to get them to adulthood with morals and responsibilities and ethics. Let them figure it out from there. Yeah, you can guide them. You can give them wisdom and share wisdom with them, your experiences with them, but it's not to continue wiping their butt. Man, we did that enough. Sometimes they have to fall down to get up and fall forward. Okay? It's your job to let them fall over and fall down, and it's their job to get up and fall forward. Run forward. Run to that goal, no matter what obstacles in front of them. It's not your job to run for them. The other thing is if the seller doesn't want seller financing and you can't get a hard money loan and you can't qualify for a traditional loan, what do? Go find another piece of property. It's pretty simple. I just wouldn't do it for my kids. And I know I have some nice kids. I love my kids. But at some point in their life, they have to start controlling their behavior. I'm not at all going to be their safety net. Question number 5. Do I need to find buyers before a deal or a deal before buyers? Seems like what comes first, chicken or egg kind of situation to me. I always like the deal. Heck, the buyers are going to find you if you have a deal. I mean, you can have all the buyers in the world, but if you don't know how to buy something from a seller at a discount, you don't have anything. All you have is relationships, which is great. We need them in life, but we really don't have anything. But you go buy that house, contract that house, understand that if you buy something at 60 cents on the dollar, plop that thing on the multiple listing service where 75% of the investors find their opportunity. Only 25% of them buy directly from the seller. But so 75 of them find their opportunity using a real estate professional, realtor, broker, and agent. Well, if you have it at 60 cents and you're selling it for 100 cents, you're making 40% minus the cost of doing that. And I know the cost of doing a concurrent close is about 8.25% using a real estate professional to find your buyer. Because buyers think real estate agents are free. They're not. It's just built into the price that they're paying for or financing, and in some cases, of course, paying for it with cash. But our buyers, 75% of them use a real estate professional. Think about it this way. I don't know if you've ever looked at your market. Here's what we need to do when we look at a market. First thing we need to know is how many investors or absentee owners do we have? How many units do we have? So what's the percentage of owner-occupied single-family houses and percentage of absentee owner per single-family houses? What's the rollover rate of those absentee owners? I mean, how many years does it take to roll all that inventory over? Kind of cool number if you think about it. Find out, and this is really easy to do because when you do your absentee search, ask it for all of the out-of-town absentee owners. And that number that you get back right there is going to tell you how many people are coming into your area from out of town. And those people from out of town, they can't buy houses from sellers. They can't, they don't have the infrastructure to do that. Now, I can because I buy virtually, but I'm an anomaly here. There's not a lot of virtual people that do this all across the country. So when those folks want to go into an area, the only choice they have is to call a real estate professional. That real estate professional sells them a property listed in the multiple listing service at 100 to 105 to 110%. Because if it was a good deal, it wouldn't last on the MLS. Agents would buy it themselves. So we know majority of the inventory isn't quote unquote a great deal. And when I look at a great deal, I'm looking for an equity position. I'm not looking for, man, I can make $150 a door or $200 a door or my cap rate or whatever it is. I want to know how many thousands of dollars can I get in equity or as an equity position, because I want to just turn that thing over and go again. Let's face it, man, I'm doing a deal today. We're closing today, and I shouldn't be bragging on podcasts. I apologize, but I'm going to anyway. We're closing a deal today. I don't have a single dollar invested except for marketing and infrastructure, and I'm getting a cash. It's wired into my account today for $46,000. I don't have a single dollar invested except for marketing and infrastructure. How many of those deals would you guys do? I'd just do a lot more of them if I could. We're buying a house every day. If you want to learn how to buy a house every day, jump on my coaching program. In fact, man, I know it's been a long time since I've done this, so I'm going to do it anyway. We've got, in the coaching program, we now meet like 50 times a month. We have CRM programs so you can manage your transactions, you can manage your sellers, your buyers, all that kind of good stuff. We have videos and audios and stuff like that. We have an accountability coach assigned to you, which is really kind of important if you think about it, because I know you can go to the gym and you can work out. And I know if you take a buddy, you're going to work out more. And I know if you go there and there's a trainer there to help you succeed, you're going to get there faster. So I know that accountability coach is important. But here's what we just added under our coaching program. We are now going to answer your phone for you. You have the ability to have us answer your phone. Think about that. My Alexes are going to answer your call when the seller calls you from your marketing. And they're going to set an appointment for that seller for you to either call that person back over the phone and buy a house, or go out there and knock on the door, make a presentation and buy a house. That kind of stuff is cool. That's real cool. Man, I'm juiced. I'm so excited to be back on the microphone talking to you folks. I hope I didn't get too many of you to leave me because of the long layoff. Until next time, you guys take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.